Kathy Hochul says the ammo registration process works just fine. Guys, we're having a showdown with Kathy Hochul in court very soon. If you've been denied an ammo purchase, we need to hear from you now. Hey guys, Aaron Dorr here with the New York State Firearms Association. As you guys know, Kathy Hochul's ammo registration, ammo background check law is in effect here in New York State. As you also know, it is completely unconstitutional, especially in light of the Bruen decision from last year. Just a brief recap on that. Bruen said, amongst a lot of things that it said, that any gun control law, past or present, needs to show how it complies with the historical use of firearms in this country. And of course, as we know, there is not a historical precedent for the government registering every single person who bought ammunition. That's just not in our precedent. Not there. And so what's happened now is Kathy Hochul is building a database of every gun owner in New York State, because if you buy ammo, it's pretty obvious you've got a gun to use it with. And that's why, as you guys remember, the New York State Firearms Association has sued Kathy Hochul in Western New York's federal court in Rochester, alleging that we're going to prove that her ammo registration law is unconstitutional and must be struck down. Now, that's the overview on where things are. Here's the minutia, okay? So we filed our lawsuit probably, what's it been, 6 weeks ago now. Then we asked the judge for a temporary restraining order to block the enforcement of that law pending the outcome of litigation. The judge, no surprise to us, denied our request for a TRO. The next step then is a preliminary injunction request, or it's a PI motion in legal parlance. And it's a similar thing, but it asks the state to show in court why their law is not likely to be struck down once we get to oral arguments. So we have filed a request for a PI motion. And in addition to all of this, one of our contestations, big lawyer word there, I'm not even a lawyer, one of our claims in court is that besides being unconstitutional, the damn database just doesn't work. It just flat out doesn't work. I've tried it. Many of you have tried it. We've heard from hundreds of gun owners who have tried to buy ammo only to be told at the counter, man, we're sorry. We can't sell you anything. Database doesn't work. I was denied myself at Runnings in Canandaigua, Ontario County. I tried Walmart in Canandaigua, also in Ontario County, denied in both cases just because the database did not work. So I thought, maybe it's just me. Maybe Hochul just flat out hates me. Probably she does. We asked you, and many New Yorkers across the state are having a very similar experience. And that's why we need your help, guys, right now. So here's exactly where we are this very moment. We have filed the request for the preliminary injunction motion, the PI motion. New York State has responded to our lawsuit with a written declaration that states, amongst other things, the database works mostly fine, that almost nobody is having a problem buying ammo here in New York. Now, I want to be clear on this. We're not talking about whether or not it's constitutional now. This is a parallel attack against this law, telling the judge the database, even if you want to say it's constitutional, does not work. And so now we need New Yorkers to step up and help us right now, because when we go back to court, our legal team has to show the judge that New Yorkers from all over the state have been trying and are unable to buy ammo because the database system simply does not work. And guys, here's some minutia for you. We're also being told, this is just kind of some side note stuff, that when a retailer tries to sell you the ammunition, they are charged that $2.50 when they enter that transaction into the database. And if the database doesn't work, or if it's delayed for 4 or 5 hours and you have left, they're charged regardless if the transaction worked or not. So they're incurring that fee no matter what. But more than that, we're also being told the database doesn't have a mechanism for the retailer to say, no, this didn't go through. So if you try to buy a box of 9mm ammo right now at Runnings and they say, hey, man, database has been delayed. It's been 10 minutes. How long do you want to wait? And you say, man, I have to be at work. I'm leaving. And you leave. And then 2 hours later, the database is running again and it's processed, even though you didn't buy the ammo, the database currently has no way for them to say, nope, that guy did not actually complete that transaction. The entire thing is unconstitutional, cumbersome, and it does not work. And so, again, we need to hear from New Yorkers right now. Our legal team needs signed affidavits from gun owners who tried to buy ammo but were denied because the database did not work. If that describes you, hit the link above or below this video and sign our client intake form. That will give us the information we need for our lawyers to then give you an affidavit document that you can fill out that describes your situation. Our goal is to bring stacks and stacks and stacks of these into court to show the federal court judge that despite what you're hearing from Kathy Hochul's lying lawyers, the database system does not work. And so even if this judge agrees that the law is constitutional somehow, we want to make sure he knows it doesn't work. And for that reason alone, it must be blocked pending further litigation. So guys, that's where things are right now. Again, hit the link below the video, sign our client intake form. It's about 20 questions, give or take. Actually, I'm going to check here right now. It is, yeah, I'd say 20 questions. And if you meet that criteria, we're going to have our legal team will reach out to you with a kind of a template affidavit you can fill out, again, using your circumstances, your information, your details, and make sure you're being 100% truthful on it, obviously. And then we can then take those into court as part of our case against Kathy Hochul. Guys, if you want a chance to tangibly fight back, this is how you do it. Hit that link, guys, and get involved in this fight in a very tangential way today. And if you can't do that right now, if you're busy, if you weren't trying to buy ammo, if nothing else, hit the link beneath that also and donate today to our legal defense fund. We are fighting this fight for our members on our own nickel. We do not have any help from a national organization. All the ones that take money from New Yorkers, they're not the ones who are helping with this lawsuit right now. We're counting on New Yorkers to help us all stand up and tell Kathy Hochul to take a flying leap in federal court. Guys, hit the links, get involved, join the fight. We'll keep you informed. Stay free.